Hey, good morning. Happy Monday. Happy day after the 4th of July. You're watching Vail Daily Live. I'm your host here in the studio, Ashley LaFleur, and we have both Charlie and Brazzo out in the field today. They're going to be bringing us some really fun interviews and just some beautiful shots of the valley. We have more gorgeous weather ahead of us as we go into this week, but definitely a busy show today and kind of a little calm after the 4th of July weekend, although I'm sure a lot of you are still with us today. And today on the show, Brazzo will be live from Avon. He's going to be chatting with Mandy Benedict and the Power of Vision series. So if you've ever been interested in maybe getting into some meditation, Mandy is someone that is living and practicing this on a daily basis in her life. And it's something that she's really been passionate about for a long time. And so we'll get more information about that Power of Vision series. Charlie's going to be hanging out in Vail Village. We do have some hiking and biking trail recommendations, especially if you want to maybe get out and work off some of the celebratory things that you did yesterday. And she'll be visiting Carrots Jewelers with Carolyn Tyler. She's just in town for one more day. She's here through the 6th, and what a special trunk show she has brought to town. So Charlie's going to get all the details. And then, of course, we have your headlines, we have your weather, we have so much more coming up on today. So I think we should probably kick things off by looking at that local weather forecast. And my buddy Brazzo, he's cruising around outside right now, so we should probably send things over to him. It's all brought to you by Betteridge, and they have been in business since the late 1800s with some beautiful fine jewelry, watches, exceptional service, and they have their location in Solaris. They have several locations across the country, but that's where they're located here in the Vail Valley, and they are open today. They're usually closed on Sundays, so if you haven't had a chance to go in there, it'd be a great day to do so. But let's send things out to Brazzo. Let's see if we can see him. Just kidding. He's, you know what? Okay. All right, Rach, I got this. Okay, listen. So here's what's going on. As I was leaving my house this morning in Eagle, I kind of noticed it's one of the first days where I could go out and I didn't even need to bring a jacket with me first thing this morning. It's still a little bit brisk out there, but those temperatures are in the 60s first thing in the morning. So for us around here, I know we have a lot of visitors that are, from Florida, from Texas, some of the places that are more humid, they're going to be a little bit warmer. But that I was like, wow, all right, we are now at that part of the summer where things are really starting to warm up. And especially after last week where we saw some much cooler temperatures and that rain in the forecast, it really is starting to feel much more like summer. However, we do still have a little bit of moisture in the forecast today, which is great news. Love to see that periodically. And, it used to be that we could see, those rainstorms every afternoon, especially when I was living over in Breckenridge. But now anytime we get to see it, it's such a welcome thing. So right now it feels like 56 degrees outside of our studios in Eagle Vale and kind of the Avon area, and a high of 79 degrees today is what we're expecting. If you're going to be, closer to Vail, to Beaver Creek, if you're going to be in Eagle or in Gypsum, it's going to be in the 80s. But we start off with those partly cloudy skies. And then right around lunchtime, a little bit after that, we're going to start to see those clouds move in, a little bit of moisture heading our way. So we have about a 20% chance of seeing that rain actually touch the ground. The air quality is really, really good right now. And once we get into our forecast for tomorrow, we're going to kind of be in this stretch of a warming trend, and then also some nice clear skies really all the way through until next week. It looks like probably all the way up until maybe next Monday, we'll be seeing just really nice, dry, beautiful, sunny conditions. So again, it's all brought to you by Betteridge, and they are located right there in Solaris. So if you haven't been before, stop in and see them. They have been in business since the late 1800s. And, we do have Charlie. She's not far from Solaris this morning. She's out there in Vail Village. And Charlie, how's it feeling out there? It looks gorgeous.
It's beautiful. It's sunny. It's currently about 55, so it's a little chilly, but the sun's coming up over the mountain. We're out here just by Solaris outside Carrots, where we'll be doing an interview with Carolyn Tyler later.
Very nice. So what did you end up doing for your 4th of July celebration yesterday?
Actually, I laid low and I recuperated and rested and stayed at home with Bowie. I avoided the crowds in the village, so I had kind of a boring, quiet 4th of July, but it was my one day off, so I needed to rest. So what did you get up to?
Well, you know what, Charlie, you and I are very similar in that way. I really kind of we had a lot going on the days leading up to the 4th of July. And so I took a nap and I did laundry. That's what I did.
I also did laundry. I love doing laundry.
It's very satisfying,
It is.
really. Yeah, that's about I did some dishes too. It was a very like productive, mellow day at home. But isn't it funny how like when we do live here and this is where we are full time, that a lot of times, like the busiest times we have a lot going on, we've been just like hustling. And so yeah, my holiday was like, let's just sleep. Let's just lay low, just hang out. So anyway, but I do love to say I love like the part of like with us working at the Vail Daily that we get to see like all the photos and everybody that was out and about and like how they celebrated. So, and is it pretty quiet where you are right now, or like people starting to kind of?
Can't actually hear you because they're cleaning the streets of Vail,
Oh,
making it
Claire,
beautiful.
Claire, can you show us the street cleaners? Can you pan that camera? I don't know if she can even hear me to say that. All right, we're gonna come back to you. All right. Love that. Love how first thing in the morning, especially in Vail Village, it can be a little bit tough to do some of these interviews because you have the street cleaners, you have the garbage trucks, you have the deliveries that are happening so that everybody can kind of get in and get out before the crowds show up. But now I think we have Brazzo. So let's see where he is this morning. Brazzo, that's a pretty shot. Where are you?
Good morning, Ashley. How are you?
I'm so good. Look at that blue sky behind you.
Oh, it's
Gorgeous.
just gorgeous, isn't it? You got to
Yes.
see a little bit of I-70 here. That's Eagle Vale for everybody watching away from Colorado. Just to add in a little bit of jealousy there.
Oh yeah, just a touch, just
Just
a
a
touch
touch.
of that jealousy. Yes, beautiful though. So you're right there in Avon. You kind of like cruised on up in between Avon and Eagle Vale, but you can see Beaver Creek is like right behind that hill that you're looking at right there. So it's kind of tucked away. But man, beautiful and just a few puffy clouds this morning. How's it feeling for you? Because you're a little bit down valley from where Charlie is.
Oh, it feels great. It feels a little on the upper 50s. Great weather, beautiful morning, no clouds. We're supposed to get some rain tonight, this afternoon, right?
Yeah,
Which
yeah,
is
I'm excited for maybe like a little bit more rain before we have like a big dry stretch. So, do you have anything planned for this afternoon? Like you need that rain jacket? What are you up to?
Oh, I have to work today. Today's a work day. We're gonna be
Yeah.
doing some strategic planning from 9 to 5. So
Ooh,
I'll be
that sounds
immersed in my computer and trying to understand numbers, which has always been my favorite.
that sounds very exciting. Strategic planning day for Brazzo. Okay, well, we're going to come back to you here in a little bit and learn a little bit more about some of the things that you are strategically planning. And in the meantime, if you are watching us right now and if you'd like to join the conversation, you can do that. If you're watching on Facebook or on YouTube, you can just check out that chat feature and talk to us while we're live on the show. It's one of my favorite things about the show is that it is interactive. And then, of course, subscribe because that way you know exactly what's going on when we're going live, all of those things. And of course, we are not only live on Facebook and YouTube, but we're also on Roku, we're on Amazon Fire, we're on Apple TV, we're on VailDaily.com, VailDailyLive.com. So there's a lot of different options. And because we are a streaming show, we have the chance to be live from just about anywhere that we can get a cell signal. And I'm sure that you're wondering, because the woman who's typically at the helm of this ship each and every morning is our girl Trisha Swenson, and she has been at home with her family doing a little Fourth of July celebration, and she's actually live. Trisha, where are you right now? That looks beautiful.
Oh, well, thank you. And I'm over on Detroit Lakes. I'm at my aunt's lake cabin. Yesterday, we were at my parents' and my brother's lake cabin. And yes, you guys, what a wonderful weekend. Great holiday. A lot of people have the day off today. So the holiday stretched one more day. And you were talking about weather. You might get some rain. It's supposed to be in the 90s and kind of humid today. But we leave today, but not without winning the trophy for the parade yesterday. I know that I talked a lot about our Viking ship and we had our hats and everything. And we couldn't believe it, but we got first place. So this makes it 7 times in 11 years. Woo! Go Swenson family.
Nice. Yes, Trisha, I am very, very impressed. And this is like, do you win a certain prize or just bragging
Well,
rights?
it's a traveling trophy with your name on it. And so last night I counted how many times the Swensons had been on it. And since 2011 through this year, it was 7 times. So we had a lot of team spirit. We had oars. It was like we were rowing the pontoon in the parade, and you go all the way around the lake. It was so fun. And we all had matching T-shirts. We had our mascot, which was our Viking, wearing an American flag towel and fur, and the whole Viking garb. So it was a little crazy, but it was very fun.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, congratulations, Swinson family, just sweeping that trophy. I mean, are there even any other names on there? Has the trophy existed long enough to have different names?
The trophy existed for quite some years, but since we moved to that lake, we have been dominant.
Yes,
So
yes.
yeah, we take a lot of pride. They even had a
Well,
drone flying around, getting some footage, and we wonder. We were very enthusiastic when it came around, so we're wondering if that helped us win. And then wave at all the dogs, and you don't know who the judges are on the dog, so you
oh,
just have to amp it up
I have a feeling that
every
their secret weapon
time you
is you and
see
understanding how
people
to turn it on
at
for a camera.
the end
And
of
also to keep
their
that energy going for hours at a time. I think that's probably secret weapon, Trisha Swinson right there. Okay, listen, your signal's kind of getting a little wonky, so we're gonna head to a commercial break, and then we're gonna be checking in with you throughout the show. Thank you for taking time out of your vacation to be here with us. Love that girl. She's always working, always. Okay, we're gonna take a quick break, and we'll be right back with your headlines.
Slifer Smith and Frampton, Vail Valley's choice for real estate from the very beginning. For generations, we've grown together. Thank you for making us the #1 real estate company in the Valley. From Denver to the mountains, as we live and connect with each other and our community, Slifer Smith and Frampton is here with experience, support, and opportunity. At home in the Vail Valley. Come visit us at any of our sales locations from Vail to Eagle.
Welcome back to Vail Daily Live. So, we've had these gorgeous covers on the paper recently. There's a gorgeous photo from Chris Dillon, but it's kind of keying out with our background. So you'll have to pick one up in person in order to see it. Or if you can't, maybe you're joining us from somewhere across the world, you can log on to vaildaily.com and actually, see the e-edition and flip on through. And of course, on the front page of the paper today is all about the Vail festivities, just packing Vail Village, because on top of having the Vail America Day celebration, the Sunday Farmers Market was also still going on in Lionshead. So it's kind of like a double whammy when it comes to being able to celebrate. So really a lot happening to keep people busy. And as we, just kind of flip through the first couple pages, you can see all the photos that people submitted. And when it came to the theme float America Days exhibits, Vail Resorts took the top honors, and you can see what they did. It was kind of a Marvel theme if you want to see a picture of the winners, and that's on page A3 today in the paper. But flipping to our next page on page A4, Pam Boyd, she does this time machine each and every Monday. And, this is one of my favorite things because I'm kind of a bit of a history nerd, and it goes back 80 years. And so looking at some of the things that were part of Time Machine. So 80 years ago, 22 Eagle County men registered for the National Military Draft, but the figure fell short of the number of members that the local service, so the Selective Service Board expected. The board had estimated that there would be approximately 40 registrations. It's kind of crazy to think that that's what was happening here 80 years ago, ahead of World War II. And then 50 years ago, the featured movie at the Eagle Theater was Hello, Dolly, featuring Barbara Streisand. 30 years ago, the week of July 11th, 1991. This gets a little bit morbid. I was telling Rachel about this morning. So a rifleman was facing horse thievery charges. He allegedly stole more than a dozen horses from Grand County and 3 horses valued at more than $3,000 from a ranch near Eagle. And law officials, get ready for this, they believe that the animals ended up at Great West Meats in Morton, Texas, where they were slaughtered and processed. The meat was possibly shipped to France. Ew. All right. And then 20 years ago, the week of July 5th of 2001, the Gypsum Town Council agreed to spend $193,000 for landscaping to screen the town's expanded sewer plant from neighboring properties. That was really nice of them to spend almost $200,000 on making sure that was hidden. And then just 5 years ago, I didn't realize this, being a new resident of Eagle, 2 years after it first opened, Seven Hermits Brewing Company had outgrown its former space and relocated to where it is now, right in the northeast corner of Capitol and Founders in Eagle Ranch. That was just 5 years ago in 2016. So thank you, Pam Boyd, for putting together Time Machine. If you want to learn a little bit more about our history, you can find that on page A4 today. But then some other things that have really been dominating the news, especially in the last 2 weeks, are first of all, the Sylvan fire. And if you go to page A8, it's nice to know that now this fire has moved to page A8, right? It's not on the front cover anymore. So it's now at 65% containment, $6.4 million in costs. But they explain a little bit more about what's been happening and how the different crews are taking over and really what's going on there. And they're talking about considering reopening some areas now that we are at 65% containment. So that's just, to me, that's great news that it's not on the front page anymore and that we are at that level of containment, considering, when we first were talking about it here, there wasn't even a hint of containment anywhere. Now, of course, because of the Grizzly Creek fire that took place last summer in Glenwood Canyon, we've been really seeing some issues with mudslides through Glenwood Canyon. And here we are again, the clears were clear. Oh my gosh, crews were clearing and opening I-70 after mud and debris slides in Glenwood Canyon yesterday. So now it's finally open again in both directions, but they are saying that the bike path will likely remain closed for several more days because there's 10 and 12 feet of mud covering the path in some sections. So, right, good footage. You can see them working to clear that right there. That's just incredible to see that happening. So thank you to the crews working so hard to get that back up and running, because it really causes some huge choke points in transportation here in Colorado. So really interesting paper. Pick it up today. Again, in the blue boxes across Valley from Vail all the way down to Gypsum, totally free each and every day. Or you can log on to vaildaily.com and you can catch that e-edition and flip on through. Now, coming up, I think we should send things back out to Charlie. She is live in Vail Village, and it really is just a beautiful morning out there. So we should take a look at what that weather is going to be like. Charlie, I see those sunglasses on. You got that full sun on your face. Looks beautiful.
Yeah, the sun is shining. It's beautiful. So I'll bring you a weather report brought to you by the town of Avon, the heart of the valley. And so for today's forecast, we're looking at partly cloudy skies with an 80% chance of showers, high temperatures of 80 degrees, humidity around 28%. Expected partly cloudy skies tonight through the night with 80% chance of showers and thunderstorms. Overnight lows of around 49, low 50s. And an outlook for the rest of the week, we have on Tuesday some scattered thunderstorms. Wednesday, we're looking at mostly sunny, high 70s, low 80s. Thursday and Friday, partly cloudy. So today, it's quite warm, it's nice. I would go out, get that hike in, and don't forget your rain jacket, because around 3 p.m. we're looking at some thunderstorms and a high chance of rain. So enjoy the weather this morning, but I would still stay out in the rain, just bring that jacket.
Oh yeah, 100%. It is kind of magical to be in some of these mountain rainstorms. I love when they move through and it just gets so fragrant, and you can really, you walk out and it's just like, oh my gosh, it smells like what I would think like like one of those like Irish Spring commercials would smell like, It's just beautiful. But thank you so much, Charlie, and thank you to the town of Avon for that weather. And also I wanted to say a big thank you to Vail Mountain Coffee and Tea. Charlie, I know you don't drink a whole lot of coffee, but I certainly do. And Vail Mountain Coffee and Tea, I mean, you were over there not too long ago and they were making beautiful latte art on your coffee.
I think they've sold me on coffee. I think since I've been a new mom and, for instance, last night I had 3 hours of sleep, I've definitely taken to some coffee. I don't love it, but definitely Vail Mountain Coffee and Tea. They make a beautiful latte.
Oh, they really do. They were making like unicorns and bear faces. I mean, really impressive, the latte art. Like, even if you don't love the taste of coffee, they make it look so appealing that you're like, yes, I'm going to have some of that. And most of the time I do like, this much coffee and this much like almond milk. So it's kind of like almond milk flavored coffee. But, they have 50 loose leaf teas at Vail Mountain Coffee and Tea, and they have 2 locations now. So they have the roastery in Minturn, then they also have their new location in Beaver Creek, and really, really great local company. They open up at 7:00. So stop in and maybe get an empanada or a breakfast quiche. And Charlie, we're going to let you go. So keep on enjoying that beautiful sunshine in Vail Village. But we have Brazzo back in the mix here, and he's got this beautiful shot. Oh my gosh, Barca, that is absolutely gorgeous. Where are you now? Where did you go?
Well, I moved a few miles away. Now I'm on top of Mountain Star, on the way to Wild Ridge, so you can see Beaver Creek and Arrowhead. Let me get out of the way so you guys can really see how gorgeous this is this morning.
Oh, so pretty.
You can
Wow.
see that's Bachelor Gulch right there. All the ski, during the winter, of course, but you can see the golf course at Beaver Creek.
Yeah. Oh, so pretty. Oh, thank you for that shot. That's absolutely gorgeous, Brazzo. And coming up, I definitely we have some things to talk about. I know you're doing some strategic planning, but you also do some really important work for the kids in our valley. But we're going to do that here in a minute. But just maybe as a rival of this view is some of the beautiful music that we've been seeing in the valley. And recently I had a chance to go to my first Bravo concert of the summer. And oh, Brasso, like if you've never been before, I mean, the Ford Amphitheater, it's such a special venue, and they have music that takes place in different venues. But have you had a chance to go yet this summer?
No, this summer. I've been before. I know the people who does Bravo. They do amazing. The acoustics of the Ford Amphitheater with Tommy Boyd. I know Tommy for a long time. They do a fantastic job. It's such an experience. You can get cocktails. You can get some snacks. You sit right there. You feel like you're in the middle of the mountains, and the acoustics are fabulous. And on top of that, you got to hear this top notch orchestras from the world. I got to
Right.
see the dance festival. I got to see a lot of stuff. I love that venue. It's just one of the gems of this valley for sure.
Oh, 100%. I had the chance to see the Dallas Symphony Orchestra, and they were just so good. And yep, got my wine and sat down and enjoyed the show. And I think something that's really cool about, you're in this outdoor venue and the rain was dripping from the roof. Like, you're covered when you're in the seats, down below, but the rain is almost like it was like the the extra member of the orchestra as it was kind of like trickling down. And then there was right at a very like perfect time in the music, there was a squirrel that like cruised up on the stage and then like ran back. But I mean, where else in the world do you get to enjoy, music like that in such an incredibly beautiful setting? And so this is going to be going on all the way through August 4th. So you can see there's 4 different orchestras that are part of Bravo Vail. And so I had the chance to see the Dallas Symphony Orchestra, but we have the Philadelphia Orchestra, New York Philharmonic, and they're just spectacular. So again, they have those immersive experiences. They have the chamber music series. So it's not necessarily just at the Ford Amphitheater, but very, very special. And they also have some of those community concerts too, which are a great way to bring the entire family out and expose them to that live music. So, Brasa, that shot is gorgeous. I hope, are you going to stay out there for a little bit?
I think I'm going to move and try to find you some other shot.
Okay.
So,
all right.
Don't call me too quick. You're going to be driving. I'm going to go get it. I'm going to get you a different shot. So you guys probably see Arrowhead or something like that.
Okay. All right. Challenge on, buddy. I can't wait to see what you have for us next. And Rachel, do we want to have a more in-depth look at Bravo? Yeah. Okay. So, obviously, like, we can describe it to you, but Trisha had a chance to actually get out there and do an interview about this beautiful series before she headed out for her vacation. So let's find a little bit more out about Bravo Vail.
We're excited to kick off the 34th annual Bravo Vail Music Festival. Joining us now, we have Anne-Marie McDermott. She is the artistic director. And Anne-Marie, it's amazing the talent that you bring in year after year. And of course, we're going to see most of these shows at the Gerald R. Ford Amphitheater. Mm-hmm. But you also mix it up a little bit by bringing in chamber music. Tell us about this.
Okay, chamber music is so dear to my heart, and it's really the essence of the Bravo Vail Music Festival. That's how it started, was chamber music. And what's so amazing with chamber music is the intimacy and how close the audience can get to the artists and really experience their artistry. And this year, in thinking about, usually we would have these concerts at the Donovan Pavilion.
Yes.
But in thinking about this year and all the guidelines and the uncertainty, we decided to have the series up at the Vail Center in Beaver Creek, and we're excited about that. It's a 4-concert series. It's going to open with the incredible double bass player Edgar Meyer, multiple Grammy winner, MacArthur Genius Award. He's going to do a solo double bass show, and if you haven't ever seen Edgar Meyer, you have to. And then our next concert will be a 2-piano concert with myself and a wonderful French pianist. His name is Jean-Flamme Bevuzet, very exotic. And Jean-Flamme and I have been friends for years, and we're playing a program of actually orchestral reductions for 2 pianos. So that'll be fun. Then we have the New York Philharmonic String Quartet, and I'll be joining them also for Schumann Piano Quintet. And the series will close with Wuhan and David Finkel. They are a piano and cello duo. They're the artistic directors of the Chamber Music Society of Lincoln Center in New York. Wow. And they're on fire. They're spectacular. So we love this series, and we love the devoted audience that always comes to these concerts and can experience the intimacy of these programs.
Yeah, and it'll be a little different this year because we are going up to the Valar.
Exactly.
So that's a great place for them to play, too.
You know, and it really worked well in thinking about all the guidelines. You know, month by month, things have been changing.
Yeah, because you were planning during the pandemic, but then
yes,
you get
exactly.
to perform outside of the pandemic.
Yeah, and so the Valar gave us some more space for audience. You know, because Donovan everybody's up close, a little more personal, and in the middle of a pandemic. So we're very happy to be doing it up there. I'm sure next season we'll be back at Donovan Pavilion with the chamber music.
Okay. Now, if we don't know a lot about chamber music or we don't know how to pronounce the names, it's still welcoming to anyone. You know, like you don't have to know exactly everything about this.
You don't need to know
You guys
anything.
are very inviting, and you know what?
Yeah.
Just listening to the music makes you happy.
Well, that's all I ask of any audience member. Just sit there. It stops time. Take it in. Music has this ability to really heal us and excite us and soothe us and unify us. Really does, right? And gosh, that's what we need now more than ever.
Yes.
You know, and you don't need to know the first thing.
Okay.
You really don't. But if you want to know something,
yeah,
I can tell you, I'm excited to tell everybody that we have a new Bravo Vail app that you can get on your cell phone. It's really exciting. And it's called Bravo Vail Music Festival. Okay. You can get it, I think, on Apple Play and Google Play. Or you can go to bravovail.org, which is our website, and there's all sorts of comprehensive information where if you want to dig deeper into the music, you can. You can read as much about it as you want, or you can read nothing about it and just come hear the music.
Come as you are. Okay, perfect. Yeah. All right. So either check out the app or check out the website for more details.
We're for the fashion forward and budget minded. We've got the brands that set you apart, the style to make you stand out, the looks that let you shine. We are for the dreamers, the doers, and the savers. Outlets at Silverthorne. Elevate your savings. Save up to 70% on the best designer brands. Visit outletsatssilverthorne.com for current sales and events.
Hey, welcome back to your Monday edition of Vail Daily Live, and it's time to talk about some fly fishing. Great weather to get out and do some fly fishing, and we have fly fishing outfitters here in the Valley, and they've been around, locally owned and operated, and Orvis endorsed since 1992, and they're located right next to Agave and Avon, so really easy to find. And their retail shop, it opens at 9 o'clock, so they're open from 9 to 5 if you need to go in and just get yourself some new gear, get yourself set up to get out there on the river. Now, you know, they kind of update us on what's going on with the fly fishing report. And basically what's happened is because we've been seeing some of this rain, things have really improved on the river for the fish, for the floating, really just in general, just helping to make that fly fishing fantastic. And so they do fly fishing on the Colorado River, on the Roaring Fork, and then also on the Eagle. So there's a couple of different options to choose from. And I wanted to just talk a little bit more about their float trip. So you can see their Instagram page here, like just gorgeous. And they clearly know how to help you actually catch fish. And so personally, you know, I've tried a couple different options when it comes to fly fishing. And to me, a float trip is like the way to go. And they do half days or they do full days. And what is included in that is, first of all, an Orvis endorsed guide. They're going to be really friendly. They're going to be patient, and they provide the transportation. They provide beverages. They also provide the waders, the boots, tackle and flies, and then of course your rod. So comprehensive service here. And what's great about a float trip is that you can really reach remote parts of the river that you wouldn't be able to access on foot. And then on top of that, if you do a full day float trip, They have a freshly prepared streamside meal, and you get to, just kind of pull off and enjoy Colorado wilderness at its finest, take all those photos that make everybody so jealous on social media. And, in order for them to be Orvis endorsed as guides, this is something that is a really high honor. And it mostly comes from talking to the customers themselves. Like Orvis is like, okay, like we want to make sure that what the experience that you're having is at the highest level. And so not only are they excellent at their customer service, but then they also are stewards of the environment. That's a huge qualification for being Orvis endorsed. So make sure to contact them while you're in town. Fly Fishing Outfitters, they again are located right next to Agave and Avon. And, if you just need to go into the retail store, they can do that. They also have Beyond the Float trips, and the beyond the float trips and the wade trips that they offer, they also have schools. So if you need to learn a little bit more about just casting, if you need to learn how to operate your boat that you bought during the pandemic, they can help you out with those things too. So really, really cool shop and very, very knowledgeable. So make sure to book a trip with them while you're in town. And the weather, I think, is really going to cooperate pretty much all week for this. Now, of course, we do have a little bit of rain in the forecast, but that's a great thing, right? That just helps make the fish happy. It helps to keep the rivers happier, and it helps keep, the wildfires a little bit more at bay. And so right now we're seeing those beautiful bluebird skies you've been seeing from Charlie and Brazzo. And the outlets at Silverthorne, this is where you can go to kind of get yourself geared up for any type of weather that we might be encountering while you're in town. And you're going to save a ton of money. They have those elevated savings, so many different stores to choose from. And they're right at exit 205 along I-70. So this morning, walked out of my house in Eagle and I didn't even have a jacket on. So it was more like 60s down there. But if you're going to be here in the Avon, Eagleville, Vail areas, temperatures in the 50s. And that's what it's kind of feeling like right now. Just a light wind, more of like a breeze, 6 miles an hour, really nice visibility. First thing this morning, about 10 miles, you can see those vistas. And then we'll be seeing a little bit of rain potentially moving in later on this afternoon. So after lunchtime, you want to make sure you have that rain jacket, you have the umbrella just in case, and that you're just ready to see those storms. So if you can get out there first thing this morning, we definitely recommend that. And then we're looking at those partly cloudy skies as we move into the afternoon hours. So good chance of that precipitation, but we start to dry out tomorrow. And then as we move into the rest of the week, more sunshine, you'll see those temperatures really warming back up into the mid 80s by the time we get into Thursday. So feeling very much like summer here in the Valley. And again, thank you to the outlets at Silverthorne for those elevated savings and for this local weather forecast. Now, someone that is kind of chilly most of the time is our girl Charlie. She, I don't know if you know this, but she traveled the world as a skater, as a figure skater with Disney on Ice. And these days she is a part of our ice skating world here in the Vail Valley. And Charlie, I really don't know a whole lot about ice skating other than just like I used to watch it in the Olympics and I just wanted to be those girls. and seeing Disney on Ice, they were so elegant. It was so beautiful. But tell us a little bit more about Skate Club Vail and Dobson Ice Arena.
Yeah, thanks, Ashley. Well, we have a lot going on at Dobson Ice Arena this summer. We have, one of the largest multi-purpose ice facilities in Colorado's Western Slope, in case you wanted to know that. But we're open year-round for hockey and figure skating. And we have a couple of camps on offer this season. We have a camp at Tara Lane, who is a master rated coach. She runs a power on ice, preseason power skating and checking hockey clinic. And they work on technique and power skating and speed and agility, balance and quickness. And it's levels minimites through adults. And the prereq is you just have to have played for 1 year. So it's a really awesome camp she does year after year. And she has another set of small group clinics throughout the year, which is for lower levels from squirts right through to high schoolers. And she has one July 10th through 12th, and then another one August 9th through 12th. And you can get registration info on vailrec.com for that, or you can email Tara at poweronice.net. And then there's a really cool hockey camp, which is called the Bob Johnson Hockey School, which is an annual huge camp. There's around 90 participants annually at this camp, so it's a big deal. It's ages 7 and up, and that takes place July 19th through 25th. And that focuses on the fundamentals of hockey, and the coaches include Mark Johnson, who's the head coach of the 2010 Women's Olympic Ice Hockey team. So that's kind of cool. And then the Skate Club Vail, we just had a really successful mini camp last week. It was a 3-day camp, all levels, and the kids really enjoyed it. They learned so much. And so we have our bigger camp, which happens August 9th through 12th, and that will be at Dobson Ice Arena. And registration deadline is July 18th. And depending on your level, we have half-day options and full-day options, starting at 8:30 in the morning, right through till 3:30. You can get info and registration at skateclubvail.com. And for that camp, the curriculum is led by USFSA coaches, Master Rated Coach Tara Lane, Courtney Jill, and myself. And so that is a full-day training camp where we have on-ice and off-ice training. We have jumps, power, spins, edges, theatre, stretching, yoga, core, and ballet. So it's a whole well-rounded camp. So you can get info online for that. And then we have bumper cars for private rental at thevailrec.com. You can sign up for that. So that's a great way to cool down in this really warm weather. So you can do that private ice rental. The bumper cars are really fun. And then next week, July 15th through 18th, we have our annual Vail Invitational Ice Skating Competition. And so that will be all levels, right from beginner through senior. And all of our Skate Club Vail members right now, they're training really hard for that because we haven't really had much of a skate season. Usually the kids, they compete around the country or around the state throughout the year, but because of COVID, we've had quite a lot cancelled. So we're really excited to host the Vail Invitational next week, and it'll be busy. Usually we can have spectators for that, but this year we can't really, just 2 per skater. So there's so much going on at the Skate Club Vail and Dobson Ice Arena.
Oh my gosh, I had no idea that there was that much happening. Thank you so much for that report. I mean, I love the names too, the squirts, the mini mites, the all the way up to the adults.
I know, and if you've seen these mini mites, oh my goodness, I see Tara Lane coaching these mini mites, and they're just so tiny in all their gear, their hockey gear and the padding. The padding is bigger than them. So my husband and I, we have this debate. We're not sure if my son Bowie will be a figure skater or a hockey skater. He has both skates ready. And usually us figure skating coaches, we take the kids that want to go into hockey and we teach them first, the basics and the fundamentals, and then they transition through to hockey. So we'll start with figure skating and then maybe he'll transition to hockey. We'll see. Who knows?
It is such a beautiful sport to watch, whether it is hockey or figure skating. My goodness, if you've ever tried it, wow, it takes a lot of skill. Good thing they have great coaches over there. But thank you, Charlie. That's amazing. I would love to just come over and just watch you in action, just teaching these little guys the fundamentals. But we, of course, I could talk to you about this all day long, but we've got to move on. We've got so many things happening. So we're going to come back to you in just a little bit. But to just kind of like complete opposite side of the spectrum, from figure skating to being outdoors and being in that heat, if you haven't spent any time in Eagle, might I recommend that this coming Friday, this Thursday and Friday, really, there's a lot that's going on. So first of all, Show Downtown, it made its return this past Thursday, and we had the Runaway Grooms. It was a huge success. So many people, I think the entire town came out for it. It's completely free. The gates open at 5:30. This is just in the town park, and then the show starts at 6:30. So people come out with their blankets, their chairs, their dogs, their bikes, their babies, and then of course they have a few food options too, like the funnel cakes, and it's just a really cool scene. And so this Thursday we'll have Green Buddha playing as part of the Show Downtown. And this goes all the way through until August 12th. So if you haven't had a chance to make it down there, or you didn't have a chance to make it last week, it'll be going through until August 12th. But then on the 9th, we have our second Friday art walk that takes place each and every second Friday of the month in Eagle from 5 to 8 p.m. And this is all taking place on Broadway. So it's kind of like the heart of Eagle. And, if you go down there, it's kind of like you're walking through an old cowboy town. And they'll have, some live music. They'll also have all the local artists and vendors, and they have their tent set up. And it's just a really great way to get outside. It's just, it's 3 hours. And then you can stay down there and maybe, grab some dinner, grab some drinks, enjoy just being in the cowboy town of Eagle. But then you can see right there on eagleoutside.com that they have yoga in the park. We also have the Eagle Mushroom and Wild Food Festival coming up in August. So there's a lot going on in Eagle. And there's also the Whitewater Park. We have the Eagle County Fair and Rodeo coming up. lot happening in Eagle. And speaking of the Eagle County Fair and Rodeo, Ken had a chance to get down there and to speak to some of the people that really make it what it is. And let's find out what that last time I saw him, he was playing with some chicken. So let's see what he's up to now.
I love going to the rodeo. I love Western Eagle County, and I absolutely adore the town of Eagle. Joining me right now, Kathy Handler Henry, who is the commissioner. Good to see you.
Hi, Ken. Great to see you.
You know I'm not making this up. I love coming down here, and I absolutely love this time of year. Rodeo is about to happen.
It is. It's so exciting, and this is the calm before the storm. We've got empty grandstands. We've got the dirt being prepared, and when the rodeo and the fair starts, this is going to be jam-packed. Lots of noise, lots of excitement.
Yes.
People are hungry for this fair and rodeo after last year of having to sit one out. And,
I was sad,
yeah.
as if I wasn't depressed enough because of what was going on. Then the rodeo got canceled. I was like,
I know.
And you said it accurately. I mean, thousands of people come out, and this goes on for quite a while. It seems like it's like a week of celebrating rodeo.
It's July 21st through the 24th is the fair and rodeo. There'll be some 4-H judging events before that happen. So that week is going to be busy, and you can start for the carnival on Wednesday. That goes through Saturday. There'll be live music after the rodeo on Friday and Saturday nights. Buck Ford, who is just great, he was here the last time we had a rodeo in 2019, and people loved him, and he's coming back. So,
excellent.
Lots going on.
I love coming down, and it's quite the social scene. You know, when you make your entry and you come walking up and you come up into the grandstands, and you always see friends of yours that you know, smiling and waving, checking everything out. One thing I wanted to talk about that you had just mentioned, the dirt. Now, a lot of people just look out at the dirt here and they're like, oh yeah, it's dirt, it's a rodeo. You have like the world's best dirt, I understand.
We do. This is award-winning dirt, and the facilities folks who take care of this dirt just do an amazing job. We have gotten awards for it, and it's so important because the rodeo riders that we get are the professional cowboys and cowgirls. They come in. They've got very high-dollar horses, and the rough stock that we have is world-renowned. So the dirt has to be the right surface. It has got to hold them just right. It can't be slick. Lots.
Yeah,
goes
no, there's
into
a lot
that.
of variables. And I was fortunate enough one time to stand right next to the chutes for the bull riding when they open up the chute. And I couldn't believe it. When those bulls come out of the chute, they actually disperse energy. Like, it's like standing next to someone that has like loud bass speakers in their car. You can like feel the energy.
Right.
And we're going to be feeling the energy here very soon. I have to mention the rodeo clown. That's one of my favorite things. Like, we have some of the most notorious rodeo clowns that come here.
We've got the rodeo clowns, and we've got the bullfighters. The bullfighters are the two guys dressed like clowns who make sure the bulls don't hurt anyone, and then the rodeo clowns entertain the
they entertain.
crowd.
So funny, so
we
funny.
have really high caliber folks here, and we always are hearing the comment, "Wow, this is not like your usual Thursday night rodeo."
One year I remember the rodeo clown, or he might have come with the bull riders themselves. He actually jumped his dirt bike like over his truck and trailer.
Right,
I was like, you gotta be kidding me. This guy is like world class. And a lot of people also don't realize that, these guys are athletes, the bull riders. I mean, you talk about people that risk their hide, and a lot of them, they ride injured. Like, you'll see them back there taping things up, and man, they get back on there. They are a tough bunch.
It's intense. They're athletes, and the animals are athletes.
Yes.
They're really well cared for. The horses and the bulls and the cows, they all are taken good care of, and they're strong athletes. And
They
you
are.
Can see they're performers too. So.
Yeah, and I'm glad that you mentioned that, because that is one of the things when I was back there. They kind of get the draw. The Cowboys don't pick their bulls. They get put a lot. And there was like some excitement and some anxiety amongst them. Like, oh, you got him. It was really good. What does this mean for the county and for you personally, to see this come back and actually to have this amenity and to have this event?
This is our Western heritage, the Eagle County Fair and Rodeo. We were an ag community first and foremost. We still have those really strong roots here. It's what people think of when they think of Western Colorado. We see these big open spaces. A lot of them, those spaces are ag land, and so it's a way to really appreciate that Western heritage. I grew up here. I was a 4-H kid. I used to ride in the rodeos, not this rodeo.
Yeah.
And so it's just part of our heart and our soul. It's who we are. And it's the one event that draws people throughout the county, from the east end of the county all the way over to Basalt and Algebel, visitors, community members. Everybody comes, everybody's a part of this. The 4-H fair, the open class, if you make beer, if you grow carrots, if you quilt, whatever you do, if there's not a category for it, we'll make a category for it and you can enter it and have it judged. So it's
So
really
cool.
a community event.
It really is. And before we did wrap it up, I did want to touch one more time on the 4-H aspect of it. I was really pleasantly surprised to discover that, you know, I've always thought if you wanted to be in 4-H, you had to have farmlands and you had to have this, you know, to bring your chickens. If there's a parent out there that wants to get their children involved in 4-H, you can actually keep your animals here, work with your animals here. Tell us about that.
Yeah, it's huge. And 4-H, you may or may not know, stands for Head, Heart, Hands, and Health. Kids learn all sorts of things besides care of the animals. And there is a 4-H barn. It's a red barn here at the fairgrounds. If you don't have a place on your property, if you're a city kid, you can have an animal, you can put it in the 4-H barn. You're responsible for feeding it, caring for it, training it, figuring out how to show it. But there's a spot for you so you can have
I
that
love
experience.
it. That is amazing.
And you
Seriously.
can make money at the 4-H auction.
Yeah,
so
yeah. Somebody-
people come to that 4-H auction Saturday afternoon, and these kids earn money for college.
I have seen some pigs and some cattle go for the price of a new car,
Yes.
just about.
Exactly.
So they can. Kathy, as we wrap this up, tickets, maybe people are nervous it's going to sell out. Should you pre-buy tickets?
You should pre-buy tickets. Go to eaglecounty.us and look for Fair and Rodeo. You can buy your tickets online and get them now because they're going to be hot sellers. I did also want to say thank you to our community sponsors. We have just great sponsorships, and I heard from Tanya that we have more than 2019, more sponsors than we did in 2019.
Yes.
So we're really excited, and we really thank the community for their support.
And people can still invest too. You can
Yes,
still
they
become a
can.
sponsor.
Yeah, that's
Thank
right.
you so much for everything you do.
Thank
I
you.
love living in Eagle County.
Me too.
It's just the best. And the River Park right here,
Yes.
it is so much fun. Kathy, thank you once again.
Thank you.
So make sure that you come on down here, get your cowboy on. Eagle County Fair and Rodeo returns to Western Eagle County once again. For the Vail Daily Live, this is Ken Hovey. See you out there in the arena. Yeehaw.
Oh, yeehaw indeed. I got my tickets already for Friday night, so I'm excited. Thank you so much, Ken. Now we're going to send things over for a completely different type of experience. Brazzo is live with Mandy Benedict in Avon, and I'm so curious to learn more about, first of all, just meditation and some of this mental wellness that Mandy's really spearheading. So Mandy and Brazzo, good morning. How are you?
Hello, hello. How are ya?
Good, good. What a beautiful backdrop. Where are you?
I'm inside of Rugs Benedict, Mandy Benedict, right here, and they have an amazing. Let me show you a little bit, really quickly, how cool this place is. So, if you're trying to do some carpeting or changing your floors or any of that stuff, look at how cool this place is.
Huge. My gosh, so much to choose from in there.
Yeah, and then now we're going to be talking about a different thing, which is the inner matrix and the power of awareness and working your life in a good balance and connect your emotions with your efficiency potentially to become a little bit more aware of who you are and achieving goals. Mandy, tell me a little bit about what is this all about?
So inner matrix systems, I started training with these practices about 11 years ago, and they've transformed everything inside of my business, my personal relationships, just vibrancy and health in the body. So it's something that I love sharing. So it really is kind of combining the art of mindfulness with neuroscience. So we help people sort of rewire the brain and mental strategies, emotional intelligence training, as well as just rewiring the nervous system so that you can move out of a stressful state, whatever that looks like we were talking off camera, the life happening, and then moving into really enjoying a life that has meaning and is fulfilling.
I love. I was checking this book and talks about awareness and how you connect your IQ with your EQ, which is so important. I was just reading an article in Harvard Magazine that talks about how the CEOs now need to have more of the EQ, how to be connected to have better relationship, not only with your employees, your work, your financial goals, whatever, but with your family and yourself. So special to start working intrinsically, right?
Yes, I was listening to a podcast yesterday that was talking a lot about that to be a high performer, you know, happiness is one of the things that they see a lot. And if we're just told that, it's like, well, that's really nice, but I'm not necessarily a happy person.
Mhm.
And what I love about Intermatrix Systems, it's a very empowering system that's simple but creates real life results. So it trains us how to be happy and joyful in life, or fulfilled, and just creates from moving from a stress state into, you know, really deep, amazing connection inside your relationships, or power and strength in your physicality, or success professionally, or like you and I were talking about, just making a difference in the world and really having
And
a
purpose.
positive purpose and
Uh-huh.
impact.
So cool. So tell me, you know, I mean, this is probably, we didn't talk about this, but you know, we all have, we're humans, we have emotions, and we can, you know, peak and in different emotions, sadness, you know. It also talks about how to manage stressors and, you know, sad emotions and maybe anxiety and that type of stuff.
Oh, absolutely. It's an incredible training on which I didn't realize. I knew I could train my physical body and, you know, be a powerful skier or biker, but I didn't know I could train my emotions. And that it doesn't matter what our past experience is emotionally, we can train new neural pathways and new emotional intelligence and new emotional experiences for ourselves. And it's just like training the body so that you can bring more fulfillment or peace or love or joy into your life, and then what to do with those stressors, because we all get triggered and activated with those.
Very, very nice. So Joey Klein, martial artist too, wrote this book and she gave it to me. So I'm going to be reading into it and maybe sharing a little bit more of a little pieces that I find interesting. And, you know, we're sharing. Of course, this is worth sharing. And I think you have a lot more value if you teach them, if you talk about it. So tell me, what are you doing with the inner matrix and your series?
So we have actually starting this week the Power of Vision. We have a
Is
year.
it today?
It does. One class starts today,
Okay,
and then
sorry.
they start kind of throughout the week. We have 13 different times that we're starting with a series called Power of Vision. So it's how to really create vision in your life, and it works a lot with the emotional capacity and fulfilling relationships, or really anything that you want to create. So it's a 12-week series, and we have in-person as well as virtual options throughout the valley.
And where we can go to access.
Find out about it.
Mhm.
So intermatrix.com.
Okay.
And there's a page, specifically a community page about Vail. And you can find out all about it there, or call me. And
You working with the Vail Valley Partnership? I was just looking at the page.
yes, we're inside of Vail Valley Partnership as well, through Rugs and through Intermatrix Systems.
That's fantastic. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
So I really interested in learning these things, especially because we do nonprofit with youth. You were working with Cycle Effect and doing my future pathways and all this good stuff. And I feel like it's so much value to talk about maybe some trauma with kids, some experiences, and they don't know how to overcome and deal with. So I'm very excited to learn about all this and learn and start reading this book. So I appreciate it, Mandy, Maddie, and Ashley. Do you have any questions, or anybody's having any questions for Miss Benedict?
Mandy, I know. So you started working with this 11 years ago. So it's really, it takes a lot of time to become a trainer in uh, this sort of series and this power of vision. Yeah.
It does. It takes usually about 5 years to get certified to be able to train this, but we actually have 7 certified trainers here in the Vail Valley that support our community with these practices.
Oh, that's amazing. So again, I was just looking at the website, so intermatrixsystems.com, and you know, you can go through and you can find the Vail community, and it really is great to see that. So this is a 12-week series, again, in person or online. So you have some options if you aren't able to make it. And Mindy, is this something where we can access this later, like after the 12 weeks? Is it something that's like on demand, or is it just you got to be there live when it's happening?
Great question. So Intermatrix Systems has an extraordinary app, and I actually have it up on my phone, but it gives you access to the practices anytime. So you can either do it a la carte yourself and have access to these teachings year round. They actually offer some membership options and things like that, as well as the trainer-led classes we have year round. So there's never a time that we're not offering the classes here in the Vail Valley. And we also do one-on-one work as well.
Oh, that's amazing. And then this book that now Brazzo is currently reading. I
Yeah,
see you
it's
over there. I'm a little
fascinating.
bit jealous. So where would we be able to find that?
I actually have it on Amazon. I just got a copy on Amazon,
Just came
and
out, right? Too.
it just came out on the 25th. And I actually have some here too. So if you want one instantly, I can give you one at Rugs. But they have them on Amazon.
Okay, so we might be able to like pick one of those up and kind of, do a little reading on our own before we come to one of these classes.
Absolutely, and we do free guest passes to class too, so anyone can just pop in and check it out and see if it's something that's supportive for them.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, and we can also find it at the Bookworm of Edwards as well. So you can pick it up at the local bookstore. Thank you, Rachel, for that. Well, listen, thank you both so much. This is a really interesting interview, and obviously, I think so important, especially given the year that we've all just come out of. So, Mandy, thank you, thank you, thank you. And again, innermatrixsystems.com is where you can find more information, and you can find the Vail community, and you can look up the different options. Again, they're virtual or also in person, and you can go and see Mandy and actually get some information directly from her. So thank you to Mandy and Brazzo for that really powerful interview. Okay, so we are kind of switching things up here in the studio. Rach, are we going to?
Yeah, let's take a break and then we'll come back.
Okay, we're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back.
Have you ever felt rug love? Shop at Rugs Benedict and find the rug you love for any room in your home. Our selection of imported, handmade rugs is unmatched, with over 1,000 beautiful area rugs in stock. You can find rugs to fit any room at any budget. Rugs Benedict in Avon has been serving the Vail Valley since 1972. Finding beautiful new area rugs has never been this easy and affordable. Because at Rugs Benedict, we know rugs.
All right, welcome back to your Monday edition of Vail Daily Live. Now, we are so lucky because we have this incredible amount of talent that not only lives here in the Vail Valley, but then we tend to attract the same kind of just world-class talent. And someone that is certainly talented in the field of jewelry is Carolyn Tyler, and she's only here through tomorrow, and she'll be at Carrotsville. She's got this incredible trunk show that just has her fine collection of just rare and luscious and juicy gems from around the world that are set in 22 karat gold. And one of the things that I love about this Vail Daily Show is that it's brought me Charlie into my life. And I was just telling her this morning that I feel like when I'm around Carolyn and when I'm around Charlie, it's very similar energy. Like you just want to spend more time with both of them. So I feel like the fact that the two of them have just met, this is amazing. And Carolyn and Charlie and Dan Talene, good morning, you guys. It looks beautiful in there. Gorgeous lighting.
Good morning, Ashley. Yes, we're here at Carrots in Vail Village. I'm here with the owner, Dan Talene, and then our jewelry designer, Carolyn. And so Carolyn's just been showing me her beautiful collection, and we have so much in common with travels, I think. And,
yes.
And she was telling me about some actresses that she has met. And, one of my favorite movies, Eat, Pray, Love, with Julia Roberts. And so that was set in Bali. And so, Carolyn, you're based in Bali now, is that correct?
Yes, I've been there 28 years. I've seen a lot of changes. In fact, after that movie, we saw a lot of middle-aged women coming with the book, looking for Wayan, the medicine woman, and like going around. I think they thought they could recreate the character's life by coming to Bali, and a lot of them stayed there, unfortunately.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, I mean, one of my most favorite films in the whole world, and the fact that you live in Bali is just amazing to me. And you were telling me that you built a house in Bali, or 2 houses in Bali.
Yes. Well, yes, I built 2.5 houses in Bali, and I'm building a wellness retreat there. And I like to say, I used to create small works of art, and now I'm creating gigantic works of art that people can come and stay in and experience the culture of Bali and get well and rejuvenate and relax. And when it opens up, they're undergoing a little bit of a tough time right now with a surge. But yeah, I hope in a year when my project is complete, then I'll be ready for everybody and hopefully all my clients, and they can come and see my big piece of jewelry.
Amazing. So you'll be retiring from designing jewelry.
I am. I've been slowly doing it for the last 2 years, and also partly because my master craftsmen are losing their eyesight after 30 years of, very fine detail work. And they're all older, and they want to let their kids support them, and that's kind of, it's cottage industry in Bali, and they've been working at home. So now it's time for the younger generation to take over. But unfortunately, their children did not learn this amazing craft.
Yeah, so I heard it's such a technique that they use right now for this current jewelry that you use. And tell us a bit about the gold. It's recycled gold.
Yes, I've always used recycled gold, and that means it's gold that people turn in from their jewelry, and then the refiner melts it back down to 24 karat. And I buy the solid bricks of 24 karat gold, and then I realloy it to become 22 karat, which is 93% pure gold.
Yeah,
and 18 karat is 75% pure gold. Yeah. So it's strong, and a lot of people think, 22 karat is not strong enough, but it actually, yesterday I showed everybody how this ring is thin here, but it's very, very strong. I've been wearing it for 28 years.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And also people think opals are very weak and fragile, and certain kinds of opals are, but these kind, the blue crystal ones, they're quite hardy. I've been wearing this one also for 28 years.
Oh my, it's so gorgeous.
Needs a polish.
Absolutely stunning. I mean, all the jewelry is just absolutely gorgeous. If I could live in this jewelry, I would.
You look so beautiful in these
Thank
earrings.
you. It's
Aren't
stunning.
they gorgeous on her? Look at how they just fit her perfectly.
So tell us about this particular collection in front of us.
Well, I'll tell you about your earrings
Okay.
first, because I discovered very early on in my jewelry career that, women, if they're going to invest some money, because this is 22 karat gold and it's not costume jewelry, if they're going to make an investment, they're going to want to wear it many different ways. So I try to make my things as convertible as possible. So, for example, the earrings that you're wearing, the tassel detaches, and then the top part can be worn by itself, or you can add another kind of drop to it. And then the tassel itself can go on a hook kind of attachment, or I make all kinds of other little tops that you can wear the tassel by itself, and then it's not such a statement piece, it's more of an everyday thing. It's more casual.
So it's really worth the investment because it's all interchangeable for the most part.
Exactly. And then the tassel could even become a pendant, because I make a clip for that. So it's multi-purpose and a lot of fun for people to mix and match and make a wardrobe. And then I do little hoops with charms, and the charms can be detached and changed out. And
that's just amazing. I feel like that's amazing. I haven't come across that, and I think with expensive jewelry too, it's definitely worth the investment, and it's interchangeable. What more could you want?
Yeah.
You can wear it with all different clothing.
Yes.
Different occasions.
Yes. And I also make sort of what my clients call their go-to pieces, so that it's something that they leave by the bedside, and then in the morning they just pop it on and go.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. It's fantastic. So for the most part, all of your jewelry is interchangeable that you make.
Yes.
It's incredible.
We'll put them back up.
I mean, I just absolutely love all the different colors, and I think anyone can get in this type of jewelry.
Yeah, I love color. I've always designed with color, and the 2 houses that I built in Bali were based on the chakras. So as you know, the chakras, they're like a prism. So they start with red on the base chakra, and then it goes orange, yellow, just like a prism.
Oh,
so I have these 2 houses, and you asked me to
please
show.
Show us in this lovely book you have.
So Architectural Digest thought, they heard about my house. They send scouts out to different places. And they came to Bali. This was my first house, and that's me, 28 years ago.
So gorgeous.
They heard about this house, and they said, what's this chakra house? And they came and interviewed, and it was the first time they'd ever done a story about kind of a funky, like a little bit esoteric, like woo-woo spiritual thing. And my article, which was in 1999, was right next to Ted Kennedy's Georgian mansion in Nantucket or something. And then there's mine, and it was like,
wow,
it was a funny juxtaposition.
So tell us a little bit, I know you told me earlier, but tell us about the floor coloring based on the chakras within your house.
So I did all the walls in a kind of like a colored plaster, like French farmhouse kind of modeled look. I don't like to just paint walls. Plus in Bali it's humid, so you want to have walls that are colored plaster. It doesn't mold, and you don't ever have to repaint. It doesn't peel.
Yes, absolutely.
So I had all the colors of the rainbow going from the first floor all the way up, and I had 7 levels in my house because the house was built on rice terraces, so it kind of cascaded down the hill. I didn't want to just have a big, white building in the middle of the rice fields, so it was very sort of camouflaged and niched in. And my resort is going to be the same way.
It is. It's going to be very colorful.
It'll be a big jewel, yes.
Oh my goodness, it's just absolutely beautiful. I mean, I think the colors that you use, it's a lot about you as a person, and I think your personality, just bright and colorful and such a joy to be around. And I just met you this morning, and your mum is from England.
My mother was from England, yes. She was from Norwich, and I used to call her, I used to say my mom's one of the Norfolk Broads, and only English people get that.
Yeah.
Because the Broads are like a place of marshland where the rivers are. And my mother was from that area of England where the Broads were.
Yes,
so
absolutely.
The Yanks called girls Broads in those days.
Yes.
Like my dad met my mom during the war.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, he was American.
He's
Just
American.
Like your husband's American, so your child is going to be the same.
Yeah. So are you dual citizen?
No, I never got British citizenship.
Oh
No, I didn't.
Oh, it's okay. It's fine. So tell us a little bit how long you're here for. Is it you leave tomorrow?
Well, I think we just decided because Bali, I can't get back into Bali yet. It's really in lockdown.
Yes.
So I thought there's no better place to get stuck than Vail, Colorado. And Dan doesn't have another house guest coming yet. So we decided
an encore show.
Yeah, I'm going to go away on Wednesday and Thursday and have a little spa at, what's that place called? The Vapor Caves?
In Glenwood Springs.
Yeah. I'm going to go with a girlfriend, and we're going to go to the hot springs. Then maybe Aspen. And maybe I'll see Goldie there.
Yes,
and
in Carbondale.
Then we'll come back Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We have an encore show. So for the people who couldn't get here yet, I know I have some collectors who couldn't come for 4th of July.
Okay.
They can see me next weekend.
Amazing. Well, I'm so excited that you're coming back and you're stuck here a little longer.
Yeah, me too. I love being stuck here. Do we have time to do a little tour?
Absolutely. We'll show you around. So let's see any other collections we want to show.
Okay. Great.
Do you have a favorite collection?
Oh my goodness. I think I just have to say opals are always my favorite.
They are.
So this is the pearl case for pearl lovers who miss Koji. Koji was here. When was the last time Koji was here?
Last time was Christmas. No. Right around Valentine's Day.
Okay.
And he'll be here in a couple of weeks.
Great. Well, I have some pearls if you can't wait for Koji.
So gorgeous.
And then we've got the black. I took this case out. Don't show that one. But this case, this is one of my favorite ones because it has so many colors. This is the rainbow case. Look at all those rings. This comes out of the ground like this. These aren't like colored. Nature produces these colors in crystals, in gemstones. And I think I mentioned before, or somebody called me a mermaid yesterday. What was Ashley was saying, I'm like a living mermaid.
Yes.
Well, I love the ocean, and this is my octopus cuff. So this is for a bigger wrist.
Stunning.
But I love it. And I have a little starfish here on the coral. This is beautiful Mediterranean coral, which you can't get anymore because they're protecting it.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So this is another one of my favorite windows that's got this really beautiful cuff. And I have so enjoyed being on your show every day.
Everything you have, Carolyn, and design is just truly gorgeous, just like you. But you can see all this beautiful collection. We're here at Carrots again in Solaris, next door to Latour.
Yeah,
we're right across from Solaris.
Across
Right.
the street from Solaris. Across the street from the main Vail parking structure, the west end. Just
So
walk
very
out and
convenient
there we are.
location.
Are you open every day?
We are, yeah, from 10 in the morning until at least 8 o'clock at night.
Oh my goodness.
Last time we were here till almost 11.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
So,
we're here as long as the people are coming in.
so you can come and catch all this such stunning, beautiful, gorgeous jewelry. I've never seen a collection quite like it. I'm blown away. So come and have a look. Ashley, do you have any questions?
I mean, honestly, like I just want to keep talking. I just want to like hang out with you two and just like keep watching you talk to each other. I feel like I'm learning so much. Oh, it's so fun. And like you said, Charlie, I mean, it's so stunning. It's so unlike anything else that you see. And the way that you can wear it interchangeably is also an heirloom, but you can wear it every day. But Carolyn, I'm so excited. Breaking news. We're not losing you yet. We get to have more of you here in town. I'm so grateful for that. But right now we are going to take a break. Before we do let you go completely, Dan Talene, Rodney Travis is watching and he just said, hey, so we've got the crew lighting up the chat and he just says, good morning. He's so excited to see you. And obviously, we're excited to see you too. So, okay, we're going to let you guys go. Charlie, Carolyn and Dan, thank you so much for that. It really is such a pleasure. I just want to hang out with you guys. I'm going to leave the studio. I'm going to come hang out and then we'll see how long you're open tonight because I'm just going to be there all day. Okay, so if you're going to be heading over to Vail, maybe you want to stop in to see Carolyn, maybe try some jewels on, listen to some stories. You are going to find some beautiful weather first thing this morning, really nice sunny skies, and then we're going to see a little bit of rain later on this afternoon. So that might be the perfect time to stop in to get out of the moisture and just we are going to be seeing those temperatures a little bit cooler today than maybe the rest of the week. So highs will be in the upper 70s over in Vail today. And then of course, getting back into the 80s if you're going to be in Eagle and Gypsum. But that sun is going to start to fade a little bit as we go into the afternoon hours, as the clouds develop, as that moisture moves in. And we have it's about like a 20% chance of rain, really kind of looking through the valley, right? So it's not necessarily going to be downpouring all day, but there's a good chance of seeing it. So bringing that rain jacket with you, bringing that umbrella for later on in the afternoon is a good idea. And if you want to get outside for that hike or bike ride, doing that first thing this morning is going to be a good idea as well. But sunset not happening until 8:36 p.m. We have about a 65% humidity rating right now, and the air quality is really, really good. But again, it's all brought to you by Carrots, and Carolyn Tyler's Trunk Show goes through tomorrow and potentially is extended because she can't get back into Bali right now. So we get to keep her for a little bit longer and stop in to see her fine collection of rare and luscious and juicy gems from around the world set in 22 karat gold. Okay, we're going to take a quick break and we will be right back. So don't go anywhere.
Slifer Smith & Frampton, Vail Valley's choice for real estate from the very beginning. For generations, we've grown together. Thank you for making us the #1 real estate company in the Valley. From Denver to the mountains, as we live and connect with each other and our community, Slifer Smith & Frampton is here with experience, support, and opportunity. At home in the Vail Valley. Come visit us at any of our sales locations from Vail to
Hey, welcome back. It's your Monday edition of Vail Daily Live. And being that it's Monday, that means that it's dinner and a movie night at Beaver Creek. You know, they have some, of course, some really great things that you pay to do, but they also have some complimentary events that take place each and every week. And what's really great is that they put out this weekly activity guide. And so you can see here for Monday, not only do they have free yoga that starts at 9 a.m. So right as soon as we wrap the show, you can head on up there, bring your own mat and enjoy some free live yoga. But then they also have their dinner and a movie. So what this is you can pick up your dinner and your drinks and bring them to the lawn right there at the Park Hyatt. And tonight is Angels in the Outfield. So this is going to be taking place, I believe starts at 7 o'clock. So it's 7 to 9. And if you're not familiar with Angels in the Outfield, Rachel and I were talking about this. She's too young to have enjoyed this movie, but it was definitely part of my childhood. This cast, which I've completely forgotten about it because it's been so long, but it came out in 1994. Danny Glover, Tony Danza, Matthew McConaughey, and then Joseph Gordon-Levitt was like the main star of the film, which, you know, he's gone on to do some of the like Batman series, and he's kind of become this like dreamboat of a man, which is so funny because growing up, I feel like we're all like, oh yeah, like he looks like my buddy or the Angels in the Outfield. Anyway, so that's gonna be happening from 7 to 9. So you can bring your dinner, you know, post up on the lawn, bring your blankets, bring your chairs, and hang out for dinner and a movie under the stars right there at Beaver Creek. And again, it's completely complimentary. So really, really fun way to just enjoy some family time. And it's such a beautiful atmosphere. And these dinner and a movie series will be going on through the end of August if you can't make it for tonight. But beavercreek.com/events is where you're going to find this list of activities they do each and every week. So that's today up at Beaver Creek. And tomorrow we'll have a little bit of a different vibe. They have a dryland class. So it's like a little bit more of that like hit situation. And they have the fossil posse. So whole different vibe from between Mondays and Tuesdays. But again, you can check out that full list by going to beavercreek.com/events. Now, right at the base of Beaver Creek, Brazzo, he's been all over the place this morning. He's been like, every time I look down, you can kind of see like where our hosts are, and he's been like on the move. He was just in the garage. He's driving his car. Now, Brazzo, where you're at the west near the base of Beaver Creek right now?
That is correct. I'm at the Westin at the riverfront in Beaver Creek, at the bottom of Beaver Creek. It's just amazing property. You can, well, it's a little blurred there, but you can actually see all the ski runs at Beaver Creek. So it's just what a beautiful location.
Oh yeah. So, you know, it's a little bit backlit behind you. I can see that people are having some breakfast out there on the patio. And then right below that patio is where you would see the pool. So it's a little bit tough to see your face, but we can see that fire also in the background. Can we like switch it around so we can kind of
Absolutely.
see?
Let me just show
I
you.
want to see more of that beautiful mug of yours, Brazzo. More of you have that beautiful face. Let's see you, buddy. But my gosh, that lobby is stunning. So the Westin Riverfront, that's also the gym right there. Brazzo teaches boxing. And then also you may recognize someone's face like Michaela Schifrin, who, you know, trains there when she's not out there competing and winning all of the medals and skiing. There you are. Yeah. Love seeing that. Okay. Beautiful. So Brazzo, we just saw you over with Mandy Benedict and talking about just kind of mindfulness and, you know, the power of vision. And I know that you really have a vision for our kids in this valley, and you're part of some really important things that really help develop them. Can you tell us about Future Pathways?
Absolutely, thank you. Yeah, we've been changing a lot of different locations, and that's talk about changing the pathways of some youth. We work with first generation students in the valley, and what we do is we start at middle school, we move to high school, and then we send them to college with a full ride, so we can encourage and support that dream of higher education and growth, personal growth. And as we were just talking before, it involves a lot of different aspects on your life, right? We do mentoring, we do academic tutoring, we do wellness and sports, and expose the kids to the opportunity gap. When you go and see, like you go to Bravo, right? Your mind just exploded. You just open up, and then you see the possibilities of things that you can do. So we go and we do a summer camp where we take the kids to the art museum. We take them to biking, swimming, all different activities where they can explore their personal growth, right? So I'm very pleased because we also finding some purpose in all this work. And maybe Rachel have a little bit of a video there, which is a great story about one of our students, Jose Gonzalez, which become I coached him when he was in 6th grade. He graduated from college. Now he sits in our board, and he has a successful business. So it's a kind of a really cool story.
Yeah, and she's pulling it up right now. But I mean, when did you get involved in all of this, Brazzo?
Well, I've been working in nonprofits for about 20 years in the Valley. I worked with the Vail Valley Foundation before, and then now we changed into a different direction with just a specific demographic, and we create My Future Path with the support of Ron Davis, which is a philanthropist, a local guy that really believes in education. He have a tough background himself, and the power of education was the equalizer and the thing who allowed him to be very successful in life and now give back. So mentoring is a huge piece, having that person can give you a piece of advice, a little bit of a different direction, or expose you to different topics where you can explore, right? So
yeah, and we're gonna get this video up and running as soon as we're done talking, because we need it kind of to take front and center. But you're a dad yourself, so this is something that's really near and dear to your heart.
Absolutely. What a more important job to be the dad, right? And support your kids. And all you want your kids to be is happy and well-rounded and prepare for the tough life, right? Life is tough, but it's also beautiful. So we really wanted, that's Ron Davis right there. That's Jose Gonzalez on the right of Ron. Those are kids of Berry Creek in the next picture. We're mentoring. We are in the schools. We are doing after school. We have 2 youth centers now. We opened one in Edwards Plaza, and now our second one is going to be ready by August 1st in Gypsum, in a partnership with the town of Gypsum. So, things are being incredible, and the changes are being just nothing but dramatic and amazing and inspiring for My Future Pathways.
Oh, I'm so excited to learn more about this. We haven't had a chance to necessarily spend a whole lot of time together off the show. So thank you so much for sharing this. And we had the video ready, the Jose Gonzalez story. So anything else you want to tee up as we go into this video?
Check the story of this guy because it's real. This kid worked hard. We all struggle to find our pathways, and that's a good example. So that's it.
All right. We'll take a look right now. Thank you so much, Brazzo, and let's take a look.
I found what makes me get up and go about my day with fulfillment. It's the start of an automotive engine, knowing that I made it run. I've always been interested in fixing broken things. It brings me satisfaction to be challenged in learning something new, and then ultimately fixing something that was unusable. Thinking back, I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life early on. I don't think anyone does. During high school, I was just a normal kid. At that point in my life, I did not think much about the future. That's when I enrolled in an automotive class. And something happened. I found that I was good at something, better than the rest, and I enjoyed doing it. Knowing yourself is of utmost importance to choosing your degree and career path. My family has always been important to me. It's my foundation. Without a formal education, my parents struggled. Though they worked very hard, they still had to support a full family. The challenges that I faced were no money and no direction. My parents supported me in trying new things like sports and classes in school. Soccer helped me learn lessons that helped prepare me for my life's path. I needed a mentor, and Brazzo came into my life as a soccer coach. I did not know what options I had that matched my interests. A counselor suggested that I became a mechanical engineer. Though very aspirational, I was not good at math, but I still had the passion for mechanics. And one of my mentors, Ron Davis, suggested auto mechanics. He understood my strengths and passion and showed me a direction that I had not considered at this point. Automotive mechanics became my driving force. And ever since then, I had a clear direction for my path. I learned how to set goals for myself, and that it took a lot of hard work to get there. But I kept my head down and pushed through one day at a time and stayed focused on my goal of getting a college degree through CMC. You may never know what you are destined to be if you do not take the leap of faith in trying new things. Without my family supporting me and my mentors, my road would have been a lot bumpier. I'm thankful for those who helped me get there. It was a long, hard road. I think this road is a reflection of my own life. At first, I did not know where it was going to take me. Now, I know this road like the back of my hand. I took an auto mechanics class in high school. If I had not done that, my future pathway would have never been revealed. I encourage you to find your path.
Oh, that was awesome. Thank you so much to Prato for sharing that and for my future pathways. What an incredible organization here in the Valley. And, today being Monday, we're kicking off a brand new week. I'm sure a lot of you are wanting to get after it and get outside. And I feel like let's take a look at the weather first. Let's kind of prepare you for your day. So first of all, it feels like it's in the 50s right now. When I walked out of my house in Eagle this morning, though, I didn't even need a jacket. And it was like, oh, wow. And I'm one of those people that kind of runs cold. So I was like, oh, shoot, we're here. It's happening. It's summertime here in the Valley, just because we had so much cooler temperatures last week. So now we're really starting to see that warming up. And we'll be seeing some showers potentially in the forecast from about 3 to 6 o'clock, clouds kind of rolling in after lunchtime today. And it's all brought to you by Possibilities in Avon. It's a weekly art expo where you can find your next masterpiece, and you can go to avonpossibilities.com. This is taking place in Avon from 11 to 4 on Wednesdays. So for today, a little bit of sunshine, a little bit of rain in the forecast. We're looking at our sunset taking place at 8:36 p.m. So there's a lot that you can do with today and the amount of sunshine and, of course, the beautiful weather. And then, looking at that extended forecast, we'll be seeing more sunshine. So specifically for the Avon Possibilities Art Expo this week on Wednesday from 11 to 4, again, looking at beautiful, clear, sunny skies, highs getting into the 80s as we get into the middle of the week. So really starting to see those temperatures warming up and kind of staying there really through this coming weekend into next week. So today is really the best chance of precipitation that we're going to have for the next week. So if you want to get outside and enjoy, maybe you want to go do a little golfing, or maybe you want to do some horseback riding, or whatever you might want to do. You want to protect those eyes at the same time. And so I picked out, these are some Oakley Prism Lens Portal glasses, complements of eyepieces of Vail. They really make vision just an art, beyond the fact that they do sunglasses and goggles, they also do prescription lenses, and they can do it all right there on site. So it's something where it's just really comprehensive service, really knowledgeable staff. And so this particular lens, I'm such a big fan of Oakley and just their technology. Back in the day, I was doing a lot of ski and snowboard events and covering them as a reporter, and they brought this mobile lab to Loveland Ski Area, and it was one of these things where they had the lens propped up, and then they had this like metal, almost like an arrow kind of thing, a weighted arrow, where they dropped it on the lens and you could see how it didn't damage it. It was amazing. And just, talked about the technology that they put into each and every one. And this one in particular, so this is a dark golf lens. And so it's really a high contrast lens for variable light, which is what we're going to be seeing in the forecast today. We're starting off that bright sunshine, maybe some clouds later on this afternoon. And it just really has some features that helps to see your golf ball out there on the fairway. So if you want to head up to Beaver Creek and maybe check out their course, granted, you got to be staying there in order to do that, but we have some beautiful golf courses across the valley. And, we also have, besides the fact that we have gorgeous weather and we have gorgeous opportunities to get outside, if you really want to feel like you're in the Wild West, I don't know if you know this, but in the summertime, Beaver Creek, not only do they have the hiking trails and the biking trails, but they have a full-on stable that moves up on the mountain. So like you'll be out there and you're like hiking, and you're all of a sudden you're like, do I see horses out here? Like there's a whole setup up there at the Beaver Creek stables. And Ken, not too long ago, went up there and showed us some beautiful shots from from the corral, but they are open from 8 to 5, June through mid-September. So you can even do some of those fall rides. And they welcome riders ages 7 and older on the trails. And then kids 6 and under have a chance to kind of test their riding skills on the ponies at the stables. And they do 1 and 2 hour trail rides. And then they also do 3-hour picnic rides and rides to Beaver Lake. So really cool variety if you want to get out there and again, just feel like you're having that quintessential Western experience at Beaver Creek. But all of the information about Beaver Creek events is at beavercreek.com. You can go and explore the resort and they have so much to offer and those beautiful, just beautiful pictures right there. Like how fun. What a great thing to do with your entire family. But we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to have a last look at that local weather forecast. We're going to send things out to Charlie and to Brazzo, and then we're going to wrap things up for this Monday edition. So stay with us.
We're for the fashion forward and budget minded. We've got the brands that set you apart, the style to make you stand out, the looks that let you shine. We are for the dreamers, the doers, and the savers. Outlets at Silverthorne. Elevate your savings. Save up to 70% on the best designer brands. Visit outlets@silverthorne.com for current sales and events.
Plastic surgery isn't just about looking good, it's about feeling good. At Mangett Plastic Surgery Institute and Skincare, from the moment you walk in the door, we want you to feel confident and empowered, while our team of specialists help you find the best version of yourself. With 2 of the nation's leading plastic surgeons right here in the mountains, we have one goal: personalized care with exceptional results. Mangett Plastic Surgery Institute and Skincare. Your beauty should be effortless.
Okay, it's just about that time to send you off on your Monday adventures. But before we do that, we should check in with Brazzo and Charlie one last time. And also probably with all of you out there on our chat too. Just remind you that you're welcome to join the conversation at any time on Facebook and on YouTube. But man, you two, those views look spectacular. Oh, Charlie, I can hear the bells in Vail Village.
Yeah, it's so gorgeous here at the top next door to Carrots. There's the church bells.
we're gonna come back to you in just a minute. I love every time we go to Charlie, there's like a street sweeper, there's like a garbage truck, the bells are chiming. We're gonna come back to you. Is it done?
It's done.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right, Claire. Okay. All right. So Charlie, looking stunning out there. All right, do you see any clouds yet? What's going on?
You know, I don't know. I don't see any clouds. It's gorgeous blue skies. The sun is shining. But, you know, it's around 64 currently in Vail. This weather report is brought to you by Liv Sotheby's International Realty. Hey, it's Colorado's leading real estate firm. So contact our Vail Valley broker professional today to help you live the life you love. So again, we're about 64 currently in Vail, 61 in Edwards. Avon's around 63 and Eagle's around 63. And we are looking at partly cloudy skies today with an 80% chance of showers, high temperatures of 80 degrees, humidity of around 28%. Tonight we're expecting partly cloudy skies with an 80% chance of showers and thunderstorms, overnight lows of around 49, low 50s. So an outlook for the rest of the week: Tuesday, scattered thunderstorms; Wednesday, mostly sunny; Thursday and Friday, partly cloudy. So enjoy the sunshine while it lasts, because around 3 p.m. we're expecting those rain showers. So bring that jacket.
Oh yeah, definitely a good idea. And it's always so surprising when it looks like that first thing in the morning. You're like, I'm good. And then 3 o'clock rolls around. You're like, shoot.
Yeah, I was
I knew.
forgetting how I have a whole wardrobe of all seasons in my car, because you just never
Oh yeah. Right. Yeah, it's amazing. It's like a mobile closet for sure. But Charlie, what are you up to the rest of the day? I mean, my goodness, that interview with Carolyn Tyler was just stunning. Don't you want to just buy everything that she has?
To buy all her collection. I would love to live in Bali with her. She's just a beautiful, gorgeous soul, and I think her jewelry really reflects her as a person. I absolutely love her, and I love carrots. The store is gorgeous, and Dan Talene, he's lovely too. So the rest of today, I'm actually working at the ice rink, so you can catch me there teaching the kids, getting ready for that skate competition coming up next week. So
Nice.
yeah.
Awesome. Well, good luck with the rest of your day and doing all the teaching. We've got more beeping in the background. There's like another truck next to you. So we're going to send things over to Brazzo.
It's just a bustling village. I love it.
Oh, it is. I mean, live. What can you do? Yep, Mondays. But Charlie, thank you so much. Beautiful, looks gorgeous out there, and great work with that interview. Now, Brazzo, that shot looks stunning. Oh man, buddy, where are you? Are you gonna jump in that pool after this?
Yeah, the pool is down under right there.
You got some people doing some laps first
Beautiful
thing.
view right there. And happy Monday, everybody. Get after it and have a good time. Enjoy, and thanks a lot for watching us and supporting us, and let's have a beautiful week.
Yeah, it sounds good. Seriously, Brazzo, it looks like you set up that professional lighting, so it's just like perfectly on your face with the mountains frame behind you. And when can we find your boxing class over there at the Westin?
Well, they happen on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. here at the Westin every week, so come over and check it out. Like as you say, it's a lot of different athletes working here. You can. It's amazing. You can come in and do laps. You can do yoga, Pilates, boxing. Of course, the gym is fantastic, and they also have a beautiful spot. So,
Awesome.
if you're a little sore, that's the way to do it.
And we could just do like a drop-in class and just come see you on Tuesday?
Absolutely. Yeah. The drop-in classes are very welcome. Yes.
Awesome. All right. Well, looking gorgeous out there at the Westin. Beautiful start to our day. Thank you so much, Brazzo. Great to see you. Great to have you on the show this morning. I love that we get to work together a little bit more these days. So, all right. That's going to kind of wrap things up for our Monday edition. And also Susie Vail, girl, thanks so much for chatting us up. We love to hear from you. Yeah, best ever sunny Vail day. It's so beautiful out there. And Rodney Travis, thanks so much for chiming in a little bit earlier. And we love to hear from you. So make sure that you're hitting us up on that chat. And tomorrow, big day. Trisha is back from her vacation. Not like she hasn't been working the whole time she's been there anyway, but we'll get more details on how her family took that trophy in their 4th of July parade again yesterday. Charlie will be live from Riverwalk. Ty Diaz will be live from Avon. We'll have Karen Anderson. She's yoga and meditation expert on the show. We're going to look at what's happening in your world. Make sure to submit that content by going to vaildailylive.com/submit, or you can just tag us on Vail Daily Live on Instagram. And again, if you're watching us on Facebook, you can also chime in on the show with that chat and let us know what's going on. And of course, as always, we have your headlines, your weather, and so much more. So that's gonna do it. That's it for your Monday show. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks so much for joining us. And like Brazzo said, for all of your support. We'll see you back here live at 7 a.m. tomorrow. Trisha Swenson back in the hot seat.